Hi, everybody. You found us.
Woohoo!
I have no idea that was a StreamYard glitch. That was not me. I did the exact same thing when I reset it up again. And yeah, technology is fun. Um, so, welcome, everybody. Happy Friday.
Happy
TGIF for sure.
Friday.
Yay.
Yay. What are you guys reading tonight?
All the books,
Right?
And the thing is I don't know exactly what I want to read, but I do have this over here. So the Book of Life. I'm in the middle of 2 ebooks, so I'm still working on the Murder in the Scottish Hills.
Mhm.
It's the second book in the Scottish Ladies Detective Agency, and I don't know. I think maybe it has second book syndrome or something because the first one was okay. I gave it like 4 stars, but this one, it's just a lot slower. And I think I feel like the author doesn't know how to give a really good mystery without having to add all these other little mysteries in it to like make
Okay.
it longer or something. Like
Mm.
because in each book so far, like the ladies have like they're juggling like 3 mysteries or whatever it is, and it's just kind of like slow. And it's like I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna mash them all together somehow, where they're gonna all, because that's kind of how it went with the first book. And then I'm reading The Camp by Nancy Bush, which is a horror novel.
Okay.
It's supposed to be, I think, kind of like a slasher, like Friday the 13th, because they're at a camp or whatever. That has
A non-Tiffany book.
a very non-Tiffany book. And my audiobook is Ruby Fever by Ilona Andrews. I'm still working on that one.
Very good.
But I finished Smooth Talking Cowboy yesterday.
And what did you think about it?
I actually like that one a lot better than the first Macy's I tried.
Oh yeah.
Do you know why? Because
I
it's a
like
longer
Macy's.
story and there's more secondary characters and stuff, I think.
There was more plot.
It wasn't just hitting the sheets, if you will.
Yeah, because the first one I read from her was the Desire one, the Christmas Desire one, and I'm like, they're snowed in. There's nothing else to do, but and it's like there's no plot.
Yeah.
Nobody brought a pack of cards or, the Wi-Fi's down.
I was like, but at least this one had some plot, and I really liked Luke and I think it's Olivia. I think I like them, and they each had they both had their like own set of problems and stuff, and
Exactly.
so
Yeah. Oh, good. I'm
I
glad
give
you
it
enjoyed
4
it.
stars. I give that one 4 stars.
Yay.
Oh good.
What about you, Tiffany?
Nice. I finished the Unhoneymooners today. I had never read it.
What did you think?
It was okay. I gave it like 3.5.
Okay, that's fine. It's not for everybody.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I did. I liked it. That doesn't. I mean, I don't mean anything by it. It just wasn't a favorite.
Yeah.
I don't know that I really bought into Ethan and Olive together. It was a cute story, but I don't know that like I'm like, oh, these two are totally meant for each other.
Yeah.
I just based upon their personality quirks, I don't know that like I could see. I don't know. So that's the only reason.
Down the line, if you was to peek into the relationship, you would think they would probably be divorced.
I think that they were more frenemies than relationship lovers, husband and wife, all that stuff. But
I still haven't read that one. I need to give it a try.
That you do.
I wish them the best. It's really fun. It's really fun. And her brother-in-law is a butthole.
Well, I did see on Audible, they have just released a novella that follows the Unhoneymooners. It just came out, and it's a full cast recording, and it's the sister. So it's the sister who's getting married.
Oh, so probably Lucas is the guy at the...
Yes, so I need to get to that one sooner rather, but it's on audio only, so I'm gonna have to pick that one up. But anyway, there's a side note.
Is that like a novella or something, or is it an
something like that?
And I had read Christina Lauren before, but mostly the Beautiful series. So this was much different
because it's clean.
Yeah, it was much different, which that didn't bother me here nor there. It didn't disappoint me. It didn't get because I didn't really have much, but I was shocked by it, like how little it had, like comparatively to.
You're like, when are they getting into?
Yeah, and like I said, to me, I don't miss or really want or disappoint when it's not there or when it's there too much. It doesn't bother me no matter what the spice level is. But I was shocked because coming off those books,
Yeah,
I
I think
thought I knew there wasn't as much, but I was thinking that meant, not every chapter, like sometimes, as opposed to it was really kind of closed doors. I was really surprised.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I think that's what people talk about. Like, if people like their older stuff, they don't like their newer stuff so much, and if people like their newer stuff, they don't like their older stuff because they're so
Yeah,
The
see,
new
different.
stuff
like I
and
said,
vice versa.
that's why I mean, like for me, the spice levels don't bother me as much whether they're there or not there. It was more of a shock. But my only thing, because I really loved the story and the concept, it was really fun and all that, was I just didn't see them together long lasting. And
Mhm.
I liked both of them individually. I just didn't, I don't know. I thought they were much better frenemies.
That's fair.
So I finished that. And
Yay.
then I am reading Booked, which is the first book in the Sugar Mills Cozy Mystery
Mhm.
series. And I am like, I don't know, probably 60% of that. And I'm starting Hostile Talkover, which is that food truck series I've been wanting to start forever because it's on Hoopla. And it's only
Yay.
3 hours, which means like an hour and a half at like 2.
That's
So I'm very
fabulous.
excited.
I just realized that I probably need to find a summertime book. I don't know if my camp one is in the summer or not.
Read the Unhoneymooners.
There you go.
Yeah.
You go to Maui.
I need
You're
a
good.
camp. I need a summer book.
What are you reading, Sarah?
Cowboy romance, pretty
Ooh.
much. I started last night. Another Maisie Yates, Unbridled Cowboy, which is the first in the Four Corners Ranch series. So I'm gonna actually be listening to this on audio while I start this massive sweater, which I showed this already. My giant ball of yarn.
It is
I
giant.
needed 4 of these. We
It
were
is-
over at Michael's earlier, and Garrett goes, "What the hell?" So I'll be listening to that on audio tonight. I worked today. I was trying to get some reading done, but I didn't really. So audio time. I can relax and enjoy. But I haven't finished anything in a couple days. It's been a slow reading week for me, unfortunately. Is what it is.
Yeah, they happen.
Mm-hmm. Hi, Kate. See, here we go. Hi, PK. There we are. TGIF, everyone.
Yeah.
Welcome, welcome. Amy, hi, everyone. Happy Friday. I'm currently reading Starlight by Brandon Sanderson. I'm at 15%. I have been in an indecisive mood today, and my other 3 books wasn't getting my attention. I think we've all been there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Alicia, hi, everyone. I'm currently reading The Guncle. So cute. The Guncle was, I think, one of my favorite books last year. Loved it. Hi, Cav. Hi, everyone. I'm reading Cougar Mountain Ambush by Kathy Riding's love-inspired suspense for my June on the Range pick. Fantastic. Hannah, hi, everyone. I'm going to be reading Spy Family Volume 3. I think that's a Storm favorite right there.
No, that's manga, I think.
Oh, my bad. Okay. It's Spy School is the one that you like, right? Yes. Okay. It was close. Hi, Dream. And it's Dream's birthday today, isn't it?
It is?
Am I
Happy
right?
birthday.
Or am I confused? If it's your birthday, happy birthday. If it's
What
not,
did
happy unbirthday.
Yes. Yes. Happy Friday if it's not your
Yes.
birthday. But oh my gosh. I did not see that in the Discord. If it is, I'm sorry. I missed it. Happy birthday.
She says, hi, everyone. Tonight I'm reading Forests, Fishing, and Forgery, Book 3 in the Campers and Criminals. Fantastic. Hi, Jesse. Hello, everyone. I'm reading Wyoming Winter by Diana Palmer. Haven't read anything by her before. Listened to it and finished Billionaire's Bride for the Day by Shandana Richards, I think is how you say that. Excellent. Hi,
Was
Sharon.
it Gina's birthday today?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Yes, you are right.
Usually hangs out on Saturdays, I don't think.
Fair. Yeah. Hi, everyone. Happy Friday. I'll be reading The Secret Book of Flora Lee. Excellent. Alicia says, I read that. It was really good. Hi, Tina. Hello, y'all. I'm reading Rising Tides by Nora Roberts and want to start Marzipan, Money, and Murder by Leanne Dobbs. That's a great title. Emily, hi, everyone. I'm on page 660% through Words of Radiance. Wow.
Whoa.
Well done, Emily. Well done. Hi, Elizabeth. Hi, everyone. I've been editing a video and putting myself to sleep. So I'm alternating with listening to Abroska Ambush by William W. Johnson. Fantastic.
And it is Dream's birthday.
It is. Okay, I thought so. Thank you.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday.
I need to remember to check that more often because we have a lot of birthdays this month and I forget to check.
The big birthday month is June.
It is.
T1, hi friends. I am reading Golden Sun Red Rising Book 2 by Pierce Brown.
Nice.
Hi Purple, hi Sarah, hi Storm, and Tiffany. I'm reading Tagged for Death.
Awesome.
Sharon says at Alicia, yes, it just started last night, but 40% through and really good so far. Fantastic. Annie, hi all. I'm reading Live and Let Chai by Bree Baker. We highly approve of that.
Excellent.
Mm-hmm. Pat, good evening, everyone. Listening to The Echo of Old Books by Barbara Davis. Excellent. Mitzi, hi Mitzi. Happy Friday, everyone. I read my first Zane Grey, The Mysterious Rider, this week and was so surprised at how much I enjoyed it. Maybe I do like Westerns. Yay!
There you go.
Exciting. Fantastic. He says, T1, how is the Red Rising series? I have it. On my TBR, I'm hearing it like a mix of the Hunger Games and Game of Thrones type vibes. So not a Sarah book. But
that, maybe that's why I DNF the first one.
Oh.
I didn't care for Hunger Games, and I don't really do the Game of Thrones.
I remember saying to my brother, I'm going to read the Game of Thrones, and he's read all of them, right? And he's like, yeah, don't get attached to anybody.
Yeah.
Oh.
They'll all just die. I'm like, lovely. Annie says, that sounds good. I'm going to try and find it. Hi, Jessica Lynn. Hello, everyone. Hoping to just get some reading done tonight. Been a crazy week and haven't read any at all. Well, I hope your weekend is better for you.
Absolutely.
Hi, Jen. Good evening, everyone. I just finished The Last Word by Taylor Adams today, and I loved it. Tonight, I'm reading I'm starting Marshmallow Madness and Cowboy Bold by Carolyn Brown. I adore Carolyn Brown. She's fantastic. Says to Amy, it's very intense. Definitely same vibes as the Hunger Games, but much more adult. As far as Games of Thrones, I've never watched, so I'm not sure. Good, but definitely intense. Interesting. Gina says, I have to go find the novella for the Unhoneymooners. That's really exciting. Yes, it's called The Honeymoon Crashers, and it comes out on August 1st, and it's 5 hours long, but it's a full cast recording. There's like 10 different narrators on it.
Oh.
Yeah, so that's going to be a lot of fun, I think. I like when audiobooks do that. Like,
I really hope her one cousin has a narration.
Yes. I know what you're talking
about. I can't think of his Diego.
Yes.
I think it's Diego. Yeah. I think that's his name. It's something with a D.
Yes.
I want his narration.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Jessica Lynn, I didn't know there was a novella. It's just, it has not been released yet. It's on the sale right now on Audible. That's how I saw it.
Oh.
So it's 50% off. It's like $10 if you pay, if you buy it. I wasn't going to use a credit because the credit costs more. Right? So
makes sense.
Tina says, I really like The Unhoneymooners, but I read it a couple of years ago. It's one of my favorites, to be honest. Lizzie asks, so which ones are spicier? They're older books. The older books are the Beautiful Bastard series. The newer ones are not. Although I have to say Something Wilder got a little bit more adult than The Unhoneymooners. Just a little bit. The door was open.
Has anybody read the Honey Don't List?
Yes, I've read that one too.
You like that one?
I like that one. I thought it was really
cute. I have
cute.
that one actually on my shelf.
If you like HGTV, if you like home improvement stuff, you will like that one because that's what it's.
Is that Christina Lauren?
That's Christina Lauren. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I found that one and it looks almost like brand new. And I was at the used bookstore and on they call their book buffet on the outside where you just do a donation and you can just pick up as many books as you want.
Ooh.
And that book was there. I was like, oh, hey, this is like a new, because it was like, this only came out like a couple years ago. So I grabbed it.
Yep. Yeah. I think I've read everything, pretty much everything newer from Christina Lauren. Rumi's was also a really good one, but it's a slightly older one. That one was a fun one too. Cheryl says, just finished making dinner. We'll be reading Paddington in Top, almost done, listening to Property of the Rebel Librarian.
Ooh,
That sounds
and
fun.
Sherry, I need to know what you're having for dinner.
Yeah, sorry, that's a must here. Jessica, it is a sequel called The Unhoneymoon Crushers. I already have it on my TBR. I thought it was a 0.5, but it's 1.5. Super excited for it to come out. Me too. Jessica says, I think I'll continue reading Yellowface. I'm about halfway through and enjoying it. Excellent. I've seen that book around a lot.
Yeah.
And Dream says, yes, it is her birthday. Yay. Yellowface was really good recently. Enjoyed it. Excellent. And Hannah, I really love Spy Family. I can't wait for volume 10. Holy cow. Yeah, it must be a manga with like a volume 10. Check another comment or two, then we'll jump into sprints. Rabbit says, happy Friday. I'm waiting for my library hold of Yellowface. So long. Tonight I'll read Agatha Raisin and the Murderous Marriage. There you go. And Elizabeth says, Storm for a summer book. I would recommend The Summer I Saved the World in 65 Days by Michelle Hurwitz. It may be too sweet for your taste, but it's one of my favorite middle grade books overall.
Aww.
There you go. All right. So let me just get the
I'm
cat.
kind of middle graded out though.
Right? You might need to wait a little bit. Oops. Let's try this. I can't type today. Hot. All right. So we will sprint to the top of the hour, everyone.
Perfect.
Happy reading.
Happy reading, everyone.
I knew it was going to meow, and it scared me. So how do you guys do?
Okay, I got to 71% in the murder in the Scottish Hills.
Excellent. Bless you.
I'm getting there, but I've been reading it for like 2 weeks.
That's okay.
I mean, yeah, you are moving along. I started and got to 37% in Hostile Talkover.
Because that one's short, right?
It's very short. Yeah, so
Are
I'm
you
already
liking
at
it so far?
37%. It's like 3 hours in total, and at 2.5,
You're flying through it.
yeah. It's okay. I'm not really sure if the murder like happens before the book starts, because there's definitely been a murder, but I don't know if it's going to be the only one, and we're at 37%, so I'm not really sure. And it's all right. I will definitely, as of now, continue the series. Right.
Speaking of murder, there was another one in my book, so then
Oh my
there's
God.
a mystery to solve, and so I'm like, oh my goodness.
Storm's keeping track of the body count. I got a chapter and a half listened to the Maisie Yates book.
I like Maisie Yates.
Yeah, she's always fun. This one is a mail order bride story. Like it's a modern day mail order bride story.
Well, that's even more interesting. Yeah.
Right?
I always like those in the old, like the historicals and stuff.
Me too. Let's jump back in here. Tina says, "Oh, I didn't know you are the same Dream. Happy birthday. Also reading Campers and Criminals book on your birthday is an amazing decision." Yes,
exactly.
For sure. Jessica Lynn says, "Yes, I loved Babel, and I read The Poppy War and enjoyed both very much, and Yellowface is very good too." Excellent.
Awesome.
She really does, especially when she hears their thoughts and their facial expressions. I think they're talking about the graphic novel. Hannah says, "My friend just let me borrow Yellowface. She really liked it. We've been book swapping this past week." Oh, that's always fun.
Yeah, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Hannah, you should leave her a note when you give it back. That's always
fun.
But don't tell them it's in there. You just wait for them to find it.
That's fun. Nice. I hope you enjoy it, Hannah. She's become a new favorite author for fantasy, and Yellowface was her first step into contemporary. Interesting. Danielle says, "Speaking of long books, I recently finished the longest book I have ever read, Where the Light Enters by Sarah Donati."
Wow.
How many pages was it, Danielle?
Congratulations.
Absolutely. It feels like such an accomplishment.
Yeah, absolutely. It sure does.
Jessica says, "Hannah, I think Yor is my favorite character, though she is a bad mama in a good way." Sharon says, "Oh my God, Storm. First Booktown and now Hunger Games. I've read the series 5 times and the movie too many to count."
I've read the first book and I didn't like it, so I never continued with the trilogy. And I've watched the first movie and I've never finished the movies either. So,
it's really funny because I have a friend who is an high school English teacher, and she was like, when the Hunger Games first came out, before it really exploded, she's like, "You have to read this book." Now, I don't know why she would ever recommend something like this to me, because she knows me, but anyways, she did. And I was saying something at work, and I was like, I can't stand this book, and this is what happens. And people are like, "That is the weirdest, dumbest, like, plot, blah, blah, blah." And then the movies came out, and people were like, "Ah!"
Oh my God,
yeah, it was just really funny. I was like, "Remember that book? That was the Hunger."
Yeah. Remember that one I was complaining about? Yes, Bernard, you're adorable.
You really are, Bernard.
He's looking at me with like he's all eyes, right? Yes, old man. Breezy Ann, welcome. Hi, everyone, she says. Dream says, "Thank you." Hannah, "I'm at dinner with the family and yours, brother. I love your too." And what are we having for dinner, Hannah?
Thank you.
Ooh. Chicken teriyaki. There you go.
I approve. Yeah.
What did you guys have for dinner?
I had an omelet.
I had a really late lunch. I didn't have lunch till like 3:30. So I think I might go down to Expert and just make a bowl of popcorn.
Ooh, gosh, I love popcorn.
What about you, Storm?
I had a pork chop and I made some stuffed mushrooms.
Ooh,
And then I had a little pumpkin muffin that I made from almond flour and some sugar-free chocolate chips in it.
Yum.
It tasted like almost tasted. I thought I did really good. It almost tasted like a pumpkin pie muffin.
ooh, that
That
sounds
sounds
delicious.
good.
Yeah.
Good for you. Good for you. It's changing your diet and stuff is difficult.
Yes.
Really difficult.
Very.
And you're going out on your walks. I always look for your Instagram posts, see what book you're listening to.
Yeah.
It makes
My
it easier.
whole body hurts.
I know.
but yeah, it's like
I know. I gotta start. Garrett and I were just commenting that in the car that's something we got to start really getting out to doing is start walking again. So, Jessica Lynn, nice. You will have to let me know when you get caught up. Oh, hello, welcome. Hey, I'm here. I didn't see your notification as I was diamond painting and filming. Fantastic. I'm currently reading Wheel of Time and crafting the day away. Oh,
Nice.
wonderful way to spend a Saturday in your case.
yeah.
Way across the pond. Hello, Kelly. Welcome. Crystal. Hi, everyone. Just finished cleaning up the kitchen. We just had apple pie and vanilla ice cream.
Ooh, you win.
When the vanilla ice cream sounds better, I'm still reading An Echo in the Bone by Diana Gabaldon on page 8140. Oh, you're getting close. Hey, Barbara. Welcome. And Social Butterfly. I love your name. Hello, just getting here. Reading Honey Girl. Excellent.
Oh, good.
And thank you, Pat, for that reminder. Nadine. Hi, just got here from babysitting my grandson. I'll be reading Identity by Nora Roberts. That's the newest one? Yeah, I thought so. Thank you, Pat, for the reminder. Yes. Pat says, read 17 pages. Could not get the Audible to download. Got the book on Kindle. It was free. Fantastic. Free is good. We like free. Rebecca, hi, just got here. I'll be reading The Forbidden Library by Django Wexler and knitting on a Mullisburg hat between sprints.
Awesome.
Excellent. Nadine, apple pie and ice cream sounds like perfection. Oh, yeah.
I agree.
Annie made it 26%. Great job. Janet read 18% of Marshmallow Madness.
Yay.
Emily says she jumped. PK, I'm reading Murder in the White House by Margaret Truman, published in 1980. Really enjoyed the periodness and politics. First in the series of 31. Think The West Wing meets Murder, She Wrote at 65%.
Interesting.
Very
that's good. You like it, you have a nice long series to
Yeah.
Right? Exactly. Alicia says this book is hilarious. Oops.
Excellent.
And Emily, yeah, jump. That's what I assumed you had said. Carrie, hi everyone. Just joining in. I'm reading Much Ado About Nauticaling by Gabby Allen. It's a perfect book for summer. Okay,
That's
that
hilarious.
title is fantastic. Yeah. Where's Lee when we need her to look this stuff up?
Right.
She actually messaged. She's having a little vacay this weekend, so I said we'd allow it.
Yeah, because she said something. I think she might not be here like Monday, so I guess I might do Monday again because I posted last time, so I'll post again.
Purple says 34 pages. Well done. Barbara, on 646 of the book. I feel like the book needs to be capitalized.
That's what I'm saying. We don't even say it anymore. It's just the book.
The book.
Barbara, you are moving along.
Well done, Barbara.
I admire your dedication.
Absolutely. Emily read 22 pages. You got to 20% in Star Sight. Tina read 29 pages of Marzipan, Money, and Murder and did some crocheting on a circle. I really need to teach myself how to crochet. I want to make a granny square blanket so badly.
I think crocheting is much easier than knitting. I know how to knit, but this is going to sound really crazy, but I have a really big thing with repeating sounds. They drive me crazy. Like anything, like the whole idea of Chinese water torture would be the way to go with me because I'm not kidding. I can't take repetitive sounds.
You don't like it when the needle goes.
And I can't stand when the needles knock together. When my grandmother does both, and she taught me both. And when I go over there, if she's knitting, she'll put it away when she sees me because I can't do it. It just drives me crazy.
That's fair. See, I like the sound. Like I'm the opposite, right? Where I find it kind of a soothing thing.
Yeah.
But I tried to learn crochet first, and I think my issue is because depending on where you are, the patterns are different. Like you can get a UK pattern or a US pattern, and I was getting totally confused. Plus the fact that I was having trouble tensioning the yarn. I can tension it I tension it like 3 times around my hand when I'm knitting. It's odd. But I gotta try it again though. That was a while ago, and I'm like, I gotta try again.
My problem is that stupid chain. I never perfected the chain.
Absolutely.
And so my pot holder ends up going like this.
There's something you can get to clip on that like allows you to like where that won't happen, but I can't think of what it is. I can't think of what it's called. But
I have to look it up.
The ladies at my church said that I just need to use a needle above what I'm wanting to use. That way it makes the chain bigger. And then go back to that needle and then use it.
That's true.
That's a good idea. I have to try that. Dream said she got 21%, managed 21%. Tina, I'm not sure what I'm making yet. It might be a baby blanket or it might be something else. That's what I love about crochet is that you can just start and then, whereas I had to get the needles, the yarn, the pattern, needed all the things.
I have some yarn in my closet. I need to get it back out and do something with it.
Do something with it, yeah. We had one girl when I used to go to knit group who was the resident crocheter, and she was our resident hooker, as we called her. And she used to do that. Is it Tuscan? I don't know. But the crochet hook would be like on a needle, like on a. It was the coolest thing, and I mean, it was really intricate. She was doing these shawls. It was beautiful.
Oh wow!
Beautiful crochet. Okay. With like lace weight yarn.
Yeah, my grandmother is way more talented than I am, and she can knit and crochet anything, and she has a lace like you're talking about like almost like sewing needle lace of the Lord's Prayer, so it's humongous and it's framed. It is beautiful. But I cannot imagine. Cannot imagine because I'm talking like thin, like I just can't even. It's insane.
Yeah,
it's beautiful.
Knitting the sweater I'm knitting now because it's like super bulky yarn, so my needle size is like massive. It's like 8 millimeters, so I'm going from that to a pair of socks, which is just like I'm knitting with It's fun. Tina, I'm not sure. Oh, yeah, she already said that. Mitzi got 2 chapters read. Well done. Breezy Ann. Last night, I finished Stork Raving Mad, Meg's Landlow number 11, I think. So I just jumped right to the next book, The Real Macaw. Fantastic.
Fun series.
Nadine says, I love the mail order bride trope. Who doesn't want to jump on a stagecoach and end up with a swoony cowboy? Or in the case of my book, on a flight on Delta from New York to Oregon. Danielle, 653 pages. Wow,
that is a long book.
PK says the Hunger Games becomes more political intrigue and dealing with PTSD. So amazing for its time. So many imitators of that plot now. Yes, that is what you see a lot. Tina says, now I'm starting a puzzle. It's really cute. It's like In with a bunch of flowers. Oh, cool. Uber is bringing my dinner, Barbara.
Ooh, what are you having? Now we really need to know.
Right? Uber usually brings my dinner, so I shouldn't complain.
Nobody ever brings us dinner.
I know, right?
They would look down my lane and say, Actually, the little pizza place in town says they deliver within 5 miles. And I'm like, I wonder. Because they'd probably get to the end of our lane and be like, can you come pick this up?
At the end of the road, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, my aunt, she does it. She says that if she comes over that we have to come and pick her up and drive her down. She ain't taking her car down that road.
Oh, really? And it says, I finished my volume and I was referring to the dinner in the manga. Oh, okay. Okay. My apologies. Elizabeth, still editing, still putting myself to sleep. Elizabeth, this isn't boding well for the video for everybody else.
Yeah, if the video is that bad, no.
I'm probably going to make air fryer dinner with chicken tenders and fries.
Ooh, I love anything in the air fryer.
That's one thing
That's
Garrett
how I
bought.
made my stuff.
Yeah, Garrett bought from Amazon. He got these silicone tray things, and he's going to use them to make me like egg bites, like egg white bites with vegetables in them for breakfast. Because I'm trying to think of what I can eat, right? So he says we're going to give it a try.
My dad's been having a lot of problems with his stomach, and he has diverticulitis, and like you're not supposed to eat nuts and this and this and that. So I was looking it up because he keeps having problems, and so I was looking it up, and it's like he shouldn't have spicy foods. He shouldn't have onions or bell peppers or these things. He goes, well, what can I eat? And I was like, because he likes jalapenos, he likes onions, he likes things, and it's like because it's I guess their tough skin or whatever is hard to
Okay.
digest or
Okay.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Because
Well,
I was like, I don't see what that has to do with being a seed.
I was at the doctor's earlier today for my thyroid, and 2 months ago it was really high, so they upped my medication. I went back in; it's still really high, like it has not come down. And but the problem is they can't up me to the next level of medication because it causes heart arrhythmia, and I already have that issue. So we're walking a fine line, right? So she thinks I might have some sort of autoimmune thing. So they're testing me for that, and that also causes stomach issues. And I'm like, all of a sudden stuff is starting to make sense, right?
Welcome to AIP.
And I'm just like, I said to my mom when I got home, of course, because of freaking course I have something else wrong with me. My heart, my liver, my thyroid.
Well, and I'm sure you may know this, but autoimmune actually would make sense because like I would complain to the doctor and I'm like, I feel like there's always something wrong. And they're like, that's because you have autoimmune issues. They're like, literally, if your medicine starts working, your body looks for another way to attack itself. So it's like, oh, your heart's doing okay. Let's go over here.
Yeah. Oh
because
my
that's
God.
what an autoimmune issue is. And I'm like, well, that's not fun. Because that's just like basically he's like saying buckle up because it's you know what I mean? Like
yeah.
So, and
that was the comment I made. I'm like, I just want to feel good for 2 days in a row.
But if it is autoimmune, I'm serious. I can give you lots of pointers on AIP, and maybe we can do it together because then I can get back on it.
I don't know if I could go as far. Like I said to my husband, I'm like, it's bad enough. Like I have completely come off dairy, and now I'm coming off of wheat.
Oh, I mean,
AIP
is
I can't, and I'm not a meat eater. That's the problem.
See, I was gonna say I know a lot of people with autoimmune. They do carnivore, which they just eat meat and stuff.
And I'm, yeah.
And that's why I was like, oh, that won't work because you're like
bacon and chicken wings. There's
hey, that's a good bacon and chicken wings. I could eat those.
There you go, right?
But the bacon is very limited kind of bacon you can have on AIP.
I know,
very limited because
I was looking that up.
Is it because of all the preservatives?
Super because of the processing and super duper expensive. Because you can only find one brand that I know of, some Applegate brand that's really expensive. But well, yeah, fingers crossed it's not that.
I'm hoping, but we'll see. I just want an answer.
Right.
I'm one of those people. I just want an answer. And then we can figure out how to fix it. Or live with it.
Exactly.
Right? Speaking of leaving notes in books, my son left an I love you, Mom note for me at the end of the book the other morning. It made my day. Oh, that's so adorable. That's adorable.
Love it.
And it says on page 157 of 298 of Honeygirl, great. Tina, tonight we're going to have leftover Chinese food. My mom made some pork to go with it. There you go. The Chinese food I can get behind. Tina, I think it's my cat's first time seeing a puzzle. She's a little bit too interested in the pieces. Yes. Let's see if I can hide these. Breezy says, "Oh, I found the first Murder She Wrote mystery at my used bookstore today. Hopefully, I'll read it this month for the readathon." Fantastic.
Excellent.
Crystal says, 847 of An Echo in the Bone. The cat. Wow, that scared that gotta be. Welcome to one of my sprints with the cat. Annie says, "I think crocheting is easier too. It is easier to count stitches. If you lose count, which I do when knitting." That's fair. Granny square or granny stitch is so easy. You can make a giant granny square. It's just one big square, so simple.
Yeah.
I'll get there one of these days.
If you can knit, you can crochet.
That's what people tell me.
Yeah.
Dream says, "I don't mind the sound of knitting needles, but I find crochet much easier and enjoyable for me."
Gotcha.
Yeah, a lot of people do. I think the other thing for me was when I started is that crochet always just felt like a blanket. That's all you can do with crochet is knit a blanket. Like back in, like this was my thought process, right? Whereas knitting, I can make all the things, sweaters and hats and gloves and blah, blah, blah. And I was like trying to like do all the things.
Yeah.
PK, after Sprint starting third block of Annie's knit Afghan, jumping in it now. Block 1 single crochet, block 2 double crochet, block 3 V-stitch alternating shell stitch. What looks not hard, but ...
It's more, to me, the hardest part of like the shell is the counting that Annie was talking about, because usually I'm trying to do like something else, like listen to a book or watch TV, that's
why we stick with double crochet, because
that's why every blanket for the blanket ministry, I do double crochet because I don't have to count.
Well, the sweater I started now, it's like cast on 13 stitches. Now knit 13 or 61 rows in garter stitch, which is just knit every row. And I'm like, oh yeah, I can do this with my eyes closed.
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Don't ask me all the stuff after that. Gina says, "Yeah, I think I heard someone describe crochet as freeform. And that's why I think it's difficult for me to learn how to knit."
My problem is like it gives you like the instructions and stuff, and I need to see it and not just read the instructions. It's like, somebody show me this. Don't just tell me.
Watch it on YouTube.
Yeah, that's how I had to do it whenever I was, because I have to look up, what does this mean? What does that mean?
Well, that's the great thing now, because I completely taught myself online, right? So if I still run into a stitch I can't remember, I just Google it and it brings up a YouTube video. I'm like, oh yeah, that's how you do that. You know what I mean?
Cool. Yeah, my grandmother taught me, but my grandmother is opposite handed as me. So I still like it. I'm like you, Storm. And so I'm very visual. And so I'm looking at it backwards. And so I had to also watch it. But there's a lot of good YouTube videos.
My grandmother,
I remember making pom-poms from whenever I was little, because my grandma used to do like the crocheting with her friend, and you run that stuff around and then you cut it out.
Yes. We used to do that in Girl Guides. Well, my grandmother learned how to knit when they were living in the prairies by watching a woman in a store through the window, like as a little girl. So she learned backwards, right? Because I would taught her. Yeah. And then when my aunt wanted to learn, my aunt is left-handed. So my grandmother taught her. My aunt learned it again backwards. So, and my aunt still knits backwards. Like her knits or pearls or whatever. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is neat.
Yes. I can't pronounce it, but yes, that's exactly what it is. Mix between crochet and knitting. Tension ring. I had to use one for a few months when learning to crochet. Yes, I have looked at those tension rings, and I might have to try.
That's what I was talking about, Storm.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
PK says, "I want to see how these got invented. Let's connect knots with a stick. Hey, let's use 2 sticks." Rose says, "Just taught myself granny squares with a YouTube video. Going to make a tote bag. Excellent.
That's awesome."
Storm, 5 miles. Or the size of a good tip. Dream, I still haven't finished my crochet blanket. I stopped working on it for a while, but I want to get back to it. I saw one that I have it saved on Ravelry, and it's crocheted, but it looks like it's a wave, and you do like different like colors. Like, it's really pretty. One of these years,
awesome.
Be like my retirement blanket. Barbara, a happy meal for me: hamburger and apple slices. 3 other people ordered, but this is all I can eat. Lost 10 pounds. Stupid meds. Wow. Oh, I hope you start feeling better soon,
Me
Barbara.
too.
That's horrible.
That's rough.
Mm-hmm. Rose says, you can do it, Dream. Just work a little each day. I'm on my 3rd blanket. All gifts. After this, I can finally make a blanket for myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Good for
That's
you.
the thing when you first start. Like, then everybody wants something, or
Yeah. Oh, I would like one of those, please.
Yeah.
Tell your dad, Stormy, to take some digestive enzymes, and that can help with getting the stuff through the digestive tract.
Mm.
There you go. Oh, we're at 8:27. Another right here. I think the saying that your body starts falling apart after 40. I have bone spurs and arthritis in my right hip. What is that?
Sciatica.
Thank you. In the same hip, plus digestive issues. So I feel you, ladies. Getting
Ooh.
old sucks.
Yeah.
Storm, you may want to pick up some diverticlis tea for your dad. I keep it on hand because I find it really helps.
I didn't even know they made such a thing.
I didn't know they did either.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, saying your body starts falling apart after 40 is true.
I'll get a text. My stomach's not feeling. I said, well, I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
I didn't make anything with anything you're not supposed to have in it.
A couple weeks ago, Garrett comes up in the morning. He's like, I have a good night. My stomach's really bothering me. I'm like, what did you eat last night? Nothing really out of the ordinary. Then he's like, like ice cream, chocolate, potato chips. Like,
it's like, was there any healthy food in there?
Gee, let me think, dear. You're 40. The chips were a potato.
My friend Larry, he's like, I checked my blood sugar this morning and it was like a 155 or something like that. And he's like, I thought, well, I did have one of those little pies that you can get from Walmart for. And it's like, diabetic people, I tell you.
I know. My mother has chocolate stashed all over the house.
I told my dad I was going to make pumpkin
hard. That would be
goes,
so hard.
Are you getting sugar-free chocolate chips? And I was like, no, getting them for me so I can have all the muffins. And he's like,
the thing I'll say about Mom, though, is that she's really good because she really watches her sugar, so she knows. And she knows how to adjust it if she does have a treat. You know what I mean? You gotta live.
Yeah,
at the end of the day, a little bit.
It would be so hard.
Well, it's not fine. I mean, he's 75 years old, and so he grew up with potatoes and all that kind of stuff, and trying to tell me he can't have all that stuff. And it's hard. Yeah. He loves biscuits and gravy. We went the other day, and he got some biscuits and gravy, and then he checks his blood sugar that afternoon, and he goes, guess I can't do that. It's 230, or whatever. Well, he'll say that. And then what are we doing tomorrow? Our church is having a breakfast. And what's he going to eat? A biscuit and gravy.
Probably. I remember years and years and years ago when my dad had his heart attack. We finally got him home from the hospital. And my mom had one of those George Foreman grills. And she was making like turkey burgers with whole wheat buns and lots of vegetables. And I remember Dad just standing there looking at it going, I'm going back to the hospital. I'm not doing this.
Dad doesn't cook. He has no choice. He has to eat what I do.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Lady Val, I hope everyone's doing good. Just got here. Not sure what I'm going to read yet. That's okay. Tina, we have a cat that likes to chew on puzzle pieces. We have to watch it like a hawk and cover the puzzle if we leave it out overnight. Yes. Watch the animals with the things.
Reminds me of Friends and the Monkey with the Scrabble pieces. I think we think he was trying to spell, I think it was Ross or something.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
Swallowed the whatever.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll do a 25-minute sprint, come back a little bit before 9, and we'll finish off the comments.
Sounds good.
Hey, what am I doing? Wrong button. Don't break it, Sarah.
Excuse me.
It's been a day. All right. Happy reading, everybody.
Happy reading.
So how did everybody do?
Good. I don't remember where I started, but I'm on page 74. So.
Well done.
Awesome. I got to 61% in Hostile Talkover. I don't know that I'm loving it, and maybe Storm, maybe I built it up too much. maybe. I feel I don't know. I don't know. We'll see.
I read a chapter of Montana Dad by Janine Watt, which is one of the Harlequin heartwarmings that I'm reading, and it's really, really cute. I'm almost at the end of it, so I want to try and get it done. Yeah. So yeah, let's jump back in here. Pat says, I'm making a blanket for my roommate. It is Continuous Crochet Granny Blanket by Bonnie Baker on YouTube. It's very easy. Oh, thank you for that recommendation. I will look that up.
Awesome.
And I'm stretching right now because I have Bernard between me and the laptop, and I can't move him.
I saw your picture.
Jessica says, sorry, I was on the phone, but I didn't read, but I watched some YouTube videos. That's perfectly okay.
Oh,
Jen says, now I want to learn how to make granny squares. Yeah, you and me both. We'll try together, Jen. We can do it. I've just started a new crochet blanket. It's going to be a daisy granny squares. Oh, that's cool.
Cute.
Mark, hi. I'm all caught up on reading with my island Kindle Vella, and it's a nice book that I am keeping track. Excellent.
Cool.
Tina says YouTube tutorials are amazing for learning how to crochet. Mima makes Bella Cuckoo, Holly Onla, and TL Yarn Crafts. Oh, thank you very much for those recommendations. I will have to mark that down. Hannah, do you have all the volumes so you can binge? Yes, if you got manga, you want all the volumes. Hi, Courtney. Hi, guys. My daughter is 15 and crochets and knits. She's self-taught. She tried to show me, and my hands were like, nope.
I love that.
That is delightful. Ro also just learned to follow a written pattern. Took me 8 months. Watched videos before that. Okay.
Yeah.
You're on
because when you read those, you have to learn how to read it before it makes any sense.
Yeah.
Like you need to know all the terms, and I mean, you can't just open a pattern and learn from that because it's all like foreign language.
Yeah, that's what I said. I look at it and I'm like, I don't have a clue what you're saying. So I was like, yeah, I have to have YouTube show me how to do it because I'm like, I don't get it.
What was really interesting was that years ago when my grandmother was still alive, she wanted to knit a baby sweater for, I think, my nephew when he was born, right? And she couldn't find this pattern she had in an old knitting book. So I found her one on Ravelry, which was a much more modern pattern. She didn't understand it. She's a lifelong knitter and couldn't read it. So then when she found the knitting book, she showed me, and the old patterns are like Greek. It's weird. It's the same thing, but they're like written so differently. The way the craft evolves, you know what I mean? Really interesting. Hannah says, yes, Jessica, I want to knock them out in one go. Thank you. Jessica, yes, I was going to say I didn't and had to wait for them to come in, and I hated, so it definitely had to binge it once I read the first 3. Nice. She says, I tried to crochet, but always have big holes. I need to try and knit. I might like it better. I mostly cross-stitch. Same. I mean, I'm a knitter first. And
see, I knit and have big holes, so I don't know. I'd have like this much done, and I'd look back and there'd be like holes all over, and I'm like, really?
Again, Storm, it's a design feature. No, just kidding.
Exactly.
It was meant to be there, yes.
Why, you ask? Is there no pattern to it? Because the design is chaos.
This is, it's abstract. How are your workouts going, Storm?
Okay. I've been walking pretty much every day.
Oh, that is good for you. That's amazing.
There was one day this week that I didn't walk, but for the most part. And I've been doing chair exercises. And so I'm not sure if it's the chair exercises or the walk, but my butt hurts.
That means it's working.
There you go.
And he says, my husband eats those 7-Eleven food groups too. He has a vegetable soup for a snack, and the rest is junk food. Mark, I always try to pick one or the other when I eat my lunch. Do I want mac and cheese or ice cream with Oreo topping? Which, by the way, ice cream is healthier than a milkshake on calories. I like the way you think.
Well, then clearly you're making the better choice.
Mm-hmm. It says, Tina, thanks for the YouTube recommendations. Yes. Barbara, do not eat sugar-free chocolate. You will never leave the bathroom. Ask me how. My mother has told me the same thing.
I eat sugar-free chocolate. It doesn't bother me. So
Must depend on your stomach. Like anything else, right?
yeah, because we get the sugar-free chocolate chips all the time to make stuff with, and never bothers me.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Jesslyn, hello. I'll be reading The Year of the Witchling by Alexis Henderson. That sounds like a book up my alley. To look at that one. Alicia, need to drop early. Always a fun time. Thanks for the sprints. You're welcome. Thank you so much for joining. Wrote, listen to a bit of Tourist Trap Mystery number 4, making turkey burger and a smoothie for dinner. It's 5:52 here. Ooh, much earlier. Pat says, did not read on that sprint, answered messages, and fixed me some leftovers. Excellent. Tina, didn't read, was talking to my parents and continuing the puzzle. Lady Val ended up reading one chapter of Pies and Prejudice by Ellery Adams. PK made it 73% and also made some popcorn. Popcorn Eaters Unite. Yes?
Yes.
My husband's like, I'm actually having dinner. I'm like, it's a sandwich and chips, dear. Don't, pat yourself on the back too much.
Don't go all out or anything.
Right, Amy got to 22%. Well done. Hannah, I didn't read. I worked on my puzzle and started my dinner.
Nice.
Emily, I don't remember where I started, but I'm now 65% through Words of Radiance. Excellent. Oops. Mark says, I'm reading Texas Ranger by James Patterson. Excellent. Roe, remember it's a setup book 2, Tiffany. I still need to try book 2.
Yeah. I'll definitely give book 2 a try. I'm just, yeah.
Dream got to 26%. Tina says, Tiffany, how did you read Six Sweets Under yet?
No, I didn't. I got it checked out and it was an ebook. And before I knew it, it was like returning. And I'm like,
wow, that's just not good.
Have you checked it back out? Because then, put yourself back on the list. Or
sorry, baby.
No.
She'll get there eventually.
It's going to be her most anticipated read next year.
No.
Her most anticipated read of the 2020s.
No.
Elizabeth, I'm awake.
Kitty cat, probably.
Yeah. Carrie, got about 10% red during that sprint. I'm at 64% now. Wonderful. Rose says, Mima makes solid granny squares. Left-handed taught me. Huh. Interesting. Yes, patterns were like a foreign language. Patterns.
Yeah, they are.
See, with knitting, you have to have a pattern from day one, from like the very first thing you knit. Right? You can't, you could knit without a pattern, but still. PK, I found a good way to keep straight edges doing double crochet on YouTube. Tula Maria is the name. Good channel. Well, you guys, this is fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for all these recommendations. Jesse, Bag a Day make and Jada Stitches out of Canada do tutorials also.
Oh, nice.
Wonderful.
Excellent. I knew there was a lot. There's so many.
Oh, yeah. There's a YouTuber who crochets vintage crochet patterns. She has them translated. Oh, that's awesome.
Now that I need because
this channel is just vintage crochet. Thank you very much, Tina. Animates 37%. Dream says, I love watching Jada Stitches. I've been subscribed to her for about 7 years. Fantastic. Like I liked watching the knitting podcasts and the floss tube and whatever. But I like to actually, it's great for you to hold it up that you did it, but I kind of love the tutorial and the how-tos. I think those are a lot of fun, so I'll have to check all these places out. But anyway, we've come to the end of the comments. Ladies, what do you guys have coming up on your channel in the next little while?
I still have to edit my book haul, and now I have to edit my root and doing all
Yay!
that.
Excellent.
What about you, Tiffany?
Today my wrap up came out for May.
Mhm.
And then this week I'm filming my Malice haul, Cozy Mystery haul, which is, obviously a little late, but it's here. So I'm filming that this weekend. And then also I'm filming my best Cozy Mysteries for the first half of the year.
Nice.
So, yes.
Excellent.
Yes. What about you?
Tomorrow will be, I have to film it still, but tomorrow will be my TBR for the week. And then Sunday will be my wrap up for the week. Hopefully I can get another couple books done before tomorrow night.
Yeah.
We shall see.
You got
We
it.
shall see. But
Pull out
anyway,
a
just
Sweet
really quickly
Valley.
here. Tina says, I just made Jada In Stitches shawl. Oh, excellent.
awesome.
And Barbara says, oh, careful, Bernard. My poor old man. Jada taught me how to do the granny square. Oh, good. Thank you, Barbara. I will definitely have to check it out. Amy, good night. Thank you. Thank you for joining, everybody. Thanks for the sprints. And Breezy-Ann, I also did the root and toot and tag, but I may never get around to editing it.
My problem is now I edit on my phone. And so it's like, do I listen to an audiobook or edit the video?
I know. What to do?
PK, thank you for saying that. This Sunday is a scavenger hunt pick.
Oh, thank you.
Summer. So really easy. Summer.
Was that why you read the Unhoneymooners?
Yes, it was.
There you
Well,
go.
it fit in. Like
it wasn't
Any
on purpose.
kind
It
of
just worked
summer-
out well.
Whatever you think a summer theme is, like somebody, I can't remember who asked me if an ice cream cozy is summer, and I was like, yeah.
No, ice cream is
Most
summer.
people eat
Absolutely.
that.
ice cream is. I would consider an ice cream.
Whatever you consider summer.
Yep. But thank you all so much for joining. Hope everyone has a great night, and we will see you all hopefully on Sunday.
Bye, Sarah.
Everybody,
Thank you. Bye,
thank
Storm.
you.
Bye, everyone. Thanks, Sarah.
Thank you.